I just watched the 1990 movie Mermaids, starring Cher, Winona Ryder, and Christina Ricci, and was very disappointed to find out that it wasn't about actual mermaids. It's a metaphor. I think, I'm going to be honest, I don't actually know. But a lack of mermaids is not going to stop me from talking about this movie. So Mermaids follows the story of Charlotte, a 15-year-old girl who struggles with her mother's unconventional lifestyle of moving from place to place constantly, while she also struggles with coming of age in a small town where she has found herself enamored with an older man. So I found this movie to actually really surprise me. I found it to be sweet, uncomfortable, and realistic all at the same time. And I think Cher does a great job playing the mom. I mean, it's Cher. It's Cher. She can do no wrong. I also think Christina Ricci plays a great little sister, and Winona Ryder just absolutely crushes it as this like neurotic 15-year-old girl. Her character Charlotte has decided that while her family is Jewish, she wants to be Catholic, and she manages to torture herself with Catholic guilt that she gave herself because she meets this 26-year-old man and begins to have these sinful thoughts. So I really loved her portrayal of this character and her struggles because as a former Catholic, I completely understand that deep fear and shame that resides in you for even just thinking about certain things. And then when Charlotte decides to act on her feelings and thoughts, she has a complete breakdown and decides to run away. She is so back and forth the entire time, and I found that to be so relatable just because when you are 15, everything is so stressful and the end of the world, but also so amazing, and you're on top of the world all at the same time. I did not, however, enjoy the age gap dynamic between Charlotte and this man, Joe. She is 15 and this man is 26, and before anyone says anything, I know the movie takes place in the 60s, and it was a different time. Well, guess what? I don't care. It was weird then and it was weird now. Argue amongst yourselves. She is a literal child who was under the impression that she was carrying the next baby Jesus because she kissed a man. And this man doesn't even care about that. In fact, the dude just sucks. He's awkward. He drives off after upsetting her, and they kind of get into it for a second, and is all around not a great romantic interest, and I hate him. I just do. Every time he was coming near Charlotte, I was yelling at my TV going, "No, stay away from her. She's a child." And I don't really like how even if you look past the age gap, if you want to, the dude wasn't particularly nice to her anyway. I just don't think, but I will say, I don't think this movie really romanticized the relationship in the way that, say, a movie like Palo Alto does. But it definitely still leaves you feeling a little icky. Now, the relationship between Charlotte and her mother is complicated. And I liked that because I think it just showed just how difficult the dynamic between a teenage girl and her mother can be. Charlotte at times feels like she's parenting her mom Rachel, aka Cher, and Rachel feels like she can't get her daughter to open up and be herself with her. And I felt this was really realistic because I think when you are a teenage girl, sometimes you're just awkward, and relating to your mom seems like the absolute worst thing in the world. But hopefully, if you're lucky, as you get older, you kind of realize maybe your mom isn't so bad, assuming you have a good one, and that it's actually okay to let her in. I liked how the movie actually ended up improving their relationship. It made the movie a bit more feel-good versus another movie like, say, Lady Bird that also talks about like mother-daughter relationships. So overall, I really liked this movie. The acting in it was great. It was really cute, cozy fall movie that just made me feel good at the end of it, despite the controversial parts. I found it to be good because it's relatable. So I do want to give Mermaids a 9 out of 10. It does lose a point because I expected them to turn into actual mermaids, and I will be upset about it forever.